All right, let's close the eyes, getting ready for our practice. Here we go. You're doing it all. Look at you, Jody. All you need is the philosophy class, and then you'll get the water bottle. You'll like this one. We're bringing tapas. Come this Sunday. Yeah, come this Sunday.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we're talking about tapas, which is not the food.
Tapas on top. Oh.
Yeah, but we decided that we'll also bring little snacks. So you should come. Okay. Closing our eyes, arriving to our practice today. Deep inhale, letting the belly relax and expand with the breath. Exhale, letting the body become heavier, grounding into the earth. A few more breaths like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And take a few more natural breaths, allowing your mind to empty. Picturing the mind stuff leaving the body on the exhales. And let's begin to lengthen our breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And come back to a natural breath. Really relaxing the belly. Allowing the breath to expand the ribs, to expand the belly. And then placing the hands over your heart. Welcoming in your intention for your practice today. Maybe it's I am surrendering to the present moment. Maybe it's I am grounded. Or I am letting go. Or something else altogether. Repeat this intention to yourself on your exhales for 3 breaths. And then bring your hands together at your heart center. Bow down to your intention, welcoming it into your practice today. And then bringing the thumb knuckles to the third eye. We are ready to begin our slow flow. And let's go ahead and lower down onto the mat. And let's bring a strap with us today. And before we start to use the strap, heel toe the feet to the outside edges of the mat and drop the knees together. And place the hands over the belly and allow for the breath to move into the belly, to feel the hands lifting and then getting heavy as they move down closer to the earth with the exhale. A few more breaths like that. Noticing as we breathe in life energy. And as we breathe out, we release life energy into the space around us. And then start to heel toe the feet so that they are stacked underneath the knees. Option to stay here, or you can start to extend the left leg so it reaches towards the top of the mat. Start to bend the right knee in towards the chest, wrap the strap around the right ball of the foot. And we'll take an inhale here. And exhale, start to extend the right leg, reaching the sole of the foot up towards the sun. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, extend. And taking a few more breaths just like this. Two more. One more. And then keeping that right foot extended, the right leg extended, holding on to both ends of the strap. Take an inhale, press into the strap with the right leg, with the right foot, and then exhale, start to move the leg a little closer towards the chest. Inhale, pressing into the strap, releasing slightly. Exhale, bring the leg back in. A couple more times like that. Moving with your breath. Then bringing the leg closer towards your chest. And holding here, breathing deeply. Allowing the breath to move into the back of the leg by breathing into the belly. Three more breaths. And then we'll start to grab hold of the strap with the right hand, both ends of the strap with the right hand. Take an inhale here. Maybe place the left hand on the left hip. And then exhale, start to open up the right leg towards the right side of the mat. And maybe start to gaze towards the left. Taking long, deep breaths here, really breathing into the hip. Three more breaths. And then start to bring the right sole of the foot back up to the sun. Remove the strap. Bend the knee and interlace the fingers around the shin. Start to circle the ankle in one direction. And then in the other direction. And then begin to extend the right leg out long towards the front of the mat. And bring the left knee in towards the chest. Wrapping the strap around the left ball of the foot. And always the option to bring the right sole of the foot onto the mat, or you can keep the leg extended, whatever feels best for you. And take an inhale, bend the left knee. And exhale, start to extend, lengthen the left leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. And exhale, extend. And do this a few more times, moving with your breath. One more time. And then extending the left leg, grabbing hold of both ends of the strap with both hands. Take an inhale, start to press into the strap. Flex the left foot. And exhale, start to bring the left leg a little closer towards the chest. Inhale, pressing into the strap, gently coming out a little bit. And exhale, bring the leg closer to the chest. Moving with that breath a few more times. And take an inhale, press into the strap. And exhale, start to bring the leg closer to the chest. And take a few deep breaths here, really breathing into the belly to feel like you're breathing into the back of the leg. And then start to grab hold of both ends of the strap with the left hand. Maybe place the right hand on the right hip to keep that hip down. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale, start to open up the leg towards the left side. And maybe gaze towards the right. Breathing into the belly. And one more breath, deep inhale. And exhale, lifting the left leg back up towards the sun. Remove the strap. And start to bend the knee, interlace the fingers around the left shin. And roll out that ankle, drawing circles in one direction. And then in the other direction. And start to bring both knees in towards the chest and rock up to a seat. And then we're going to take the strap in the metal hand, or the metal side, in the right hand. And start to bring the right arm above the head and grab hold of the strap with the left hand. Really think about finding length in the spine. Really reaching the crown of the head up towards the sun. And even though we're finding a stretch here, think about relaxing that right shoulder. And breathe deeply for a couple breaths. And take a deep inhale, find length. Exhale, start to reach the right elbow towards the left side of the mat, keeping both glutes grounded. Inhale, coming back up to center. Exhale, reach towards the left. Couple more times. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Breath in. And breath out. And then breath in. Start to come back up. Release your hold. And open up the arms. Inhale. And then exhale. Start to move into our eagle arms. Right arm underneath. Left arm on top. Reaching towards the wrist. Take an inhale. Elbows reach up towards the sun. Exhale. Elbows start to reach towards the mat. Round the spine. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Couple more times, breath in. Breath out. One more time, breath in. And breath out. And then starting to come back to a neutral position, taking that strap, grabbing the metal end with the left hand. Left arm reaches back, right arm grabs hold of the strap, reaching towards the fingertips. Really find length in the spine here. Crown of the head reaching up towards the sun. And even though we're stretching the left arm, try to relax the left shoulder. Deep breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breathing into the belly, breath in. And breath out. And then inhale, reach the left elbow towards the sun. And exhale, start to reach towards the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, breath in. And breath out. And then breath in. Start to remove the strap. And take an inhale, reach the arms out to the side. And then exhale, left arm underneath, right arm on top, moving into eagle arms. Take a breath in, elbows reach up towards the sun. And breath out, elbows reach towards the mat, rounding the spine. Breath out, round. Breath in. And breath out. And then start to release the arms, lengthen the spine. Take an inhale, arch the spine, chin up towards the sun. Exhale, round the spine, chin towards the chest. Couple more times like that. Inhale. Exhale. Again, breath in. And breath out. And then start to circle the trunk of your body in one direction. And then in the other direction. And then take an inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist towards the right. And hold here for a few breaths. Breathing into the belly, making sure that the shoulders are stacked over the hips and the head stacked over the hips. Breathing deeply, allowing the ribs to expand with the breath. Long, deep inhale. And exhale, start to untwist. Inhale here, find length. And exhale, start to twist over towards the left. Again, making sure that the shoulders are stacked over the hips, head stacked over the hips. Deep inhale, letting the ribs expand. And exhale. A few more breaths like that. Long, deep inhale. And exhale, start to untwist. Placing the hands behind you, soles of the feet on the mat. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, press into the feet, lift the pelvis, drop the head back. Take a long, deep inhale. Exhale, slowly start to lower. And we'll do that 2 more times, lifting up, head dropping back. Let's take a breath here. Breath out, start to lower. And one more time, lifting, stretching the shoulders. Breath in. And breath out, start to lower down. And then right leg extends towards the top of the mat, bend the left knee. Maybe place the strap, wrap the strap around the left or the right ball of the foot. And take an inhale, lengthening your spine. Really rock up onto the seat. And exhale, start to bend the elbows, folding. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. A few more times, breath in. Relaxing the belly, breath out. Breath in. And breath out. Hold here for a few breaths. Really breathing into the back body, into the belly, into the space between the shoulder blades. One more long, deep breath. And then start to come up, removing the strap on the right leg, bending the right knee, extending the left leg. Placing the strap around the left ball of the foot. Maybe have a slight bend in the left knee to rock up onto the sit bones, and then work on straightening the leg or keeping it bent, whatever feels better, whatever helps you get a deeper stretch. And inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, start to fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. A few more times like that. One more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, fold, and start to hold here. Breathing into the belly. Breathing into the back body. The space between the shoulders. The back of the ribs. You can inhale, start to lift up, remove the strap. And cross the legs, start to move to a tabletop position. And then in tabletop, rock the hips side to side. And really start to reach towards the right side. Take a breath in here. Breath out. And then moving towards the other side, reaching towards the left. Breath in. And breath out. And then coming back to neutral, circling the trunk of the body over the wrists in one direction. And then in the other. And then taking an inhale, arching the spine, look up towards the sun, open up the heart. And exhale, round the spine, pushing against the earth, looking towards the belly button. A few more times like that. Breath in. Breath out. Again, breath in. And breath out. Then coming back to a neutral position, maybe placing a block in between the hands. We're going to be threading our needle. So the block is for your head to rest on if you'd like a little bit more space. Take an inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sun. And exhale, start to thread the right arm through. Breathing here. Really focusing on pushing that left hip back to be in line with the right. Maybe reaching the left hand up towards the top of the mat. Or wrapping around you, reaching towards the inside of the right thigh. And take a few long, deep breaths here. And then starting to place the left hand underneath the shoulder. Take an inhale, start to lift, reaching the right arm up towards the sun, and then lower back down onto the mat. Inhale, left arm reaches up, and exhale, thread the needle. Maybe reach the right arm up towards the top of the mat, or find a bind reaching towards the inside of the left leg. Really focus on pushing the right hip back so that way it's in line with the left. Deep breaths here. Long, deep inhale. And exhale, right hand under the right shoulder, press into the mat, left arm reaches up towards the sun, and then back down onto the earth. And start to tuck the toes, sitting the seat back onto the heels, maybe reaching the hands forward, forehead to the mat. Moving back to your intention. While stretching the feet. And then start to come back into a tabletop. Untucking the toes, and then extending the right leg out long behind you. Take an inhale. And then exhale, start to bring the right ball of the foot towards the left side of the mat. And then start to press into that right leg, moving into a downward facing dog, but keeping the left knee bent. And taking a few breaths here. And then begin to lower back down onto the mat. And then extend the right leg out towards the right side. Bring the sole of the right foot down onto the earth. Take an inhale. And exhale, start to move into a child's pose. Couple deep breaths here. And then moving back up to tabletop. And then bringing the right knee back down onto the mat. And then extending the left leg out long behind you. And then exhale, left ball of the foot towards the right side of the mat. And then start to press into the left foot, lifting into down dog, keeping that right knee bent. Stretching the back of the left leg. Deep breath in. And breath out. Start to lower the right knee back down onto the mat. Lift the left leg in line with the spine. And then start to bring it to the left side. Sole of the foot on the earth. Take an inhale here. And then exhale. Start to lower into a child's pose with the right leg opening up in the left hip. Long deep breaths here. And then inhale, start to move back to a tabletop. And left knee comes back down onto the earth. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And stay here for a moment, walking out your dog. And then take an inhale, right sole of the foot reaches up towards the sun. And exhale, start to move into a pigeon pose. Right knee behind the right wrist. Extending the left leg behind you. And take an inhale, lengthening your spine. And exhale, start to fold forward. Long, deep breaths into the belly. And take one more deep, long breath in. And a long breath out, start to move back onto your hands. And then start to roll onto that right hip. Right heel towards the midline of the body. Left leg extends towards the back corner of the mat. Moving into a side stretch, take an inhale. And then exhale, left hand reaches towards the inside of the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over. Really sitting back onto that left hip. Maybe bending the right elbow behind the head to really lengthen that right side body. Two more breaths here. And then start to come up. Place the hands back onto the top of the mat. Tuck the left toe. And then lift into downward facing dog. And then left sole of the foot reaches up towards the sun. Moving into pigeon pose on the other side. Left knee behind the left wrist. Extending the right leg out long behind you. Inhale, open up the heart. And exhale, fold forward. Taking some time to breathe here. Breathing into the belly. One more deep breath in. And breath out, start to walk the hands back onto the mat, rolling onto that left hip. Left heel towards the midline of the body. And then right leg starts to reach towards the corner of the mat. Really sitting back onto that right hip. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, right hand starts to move onto the inside of the right leg. Left arm reaches up and over. Maybe bend the left elbow. Think about keeping the heart open. Maybe even gazing towards the ceiling. Deep breaths here. Breathing into the belly, into the ribs. Long, deep breath in. And breath out, start to come up. And then pivot on your mat so that your feet are reaching towards the back of your mat. Taking a block and laying on your back. And we'll start to move into our supported bridge. Placing the block underneath the seat, making sure not to place it on the low back. And with each inhale, breathe the lower ribs into the upper ribs. And with each exhale, feel the body relax, getting heavier against the earth. Two more breaths. And then pressing into the soles of the feet, lift the pelvis, and then lower back down onto the mat. And then bring the knees in towards the chest, rocking side to side. And then dropping the knees over towards the right and gazing towards the left. Allowing the belly and the ribs to expand with the inhale. And allowing the body to get heavier into the earth on the exhale. And then breath in, moving the knees back in towards the chest. And breath out, letting them fall over towards the left. Maybe gazing towards the right. And then moving back to center, inhale. And grabbing hold of the feet, moving into a happy baby, exhale. And let's hold in our happy baby for a minute. Really allowing the pelvic floor to relax, breathing into the belly. Noticing what may come up. And as if you're watching it on a screen, just observing it. And then starting to lower back down. Moving into Shavasana. And we'll do our body scan, and then I'll come around, press the shoulders down, give a gentle massage. If you don't want that, place a block by your right foot. And starting to notice the top of your head, your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyes, your ears, your cheeks, your jaw, your mouth. Notice your neck, your shoulders, your upper arms, your elbows, your low arms, your wrists, your palms, and your fingers. Notice your chest. Notice your heart. And then your ribs, the space between your ribs, your belly button, your pelvis, and your spine. Notice your hips, your glutes, tops of your legs, your knees, your low legs, ankles, feet, and toes. Take a deep breath in. Notice your whole body lift with your inhale. And breath out. Notice your whole body becoming heavier against the earth. Shavasana. And gently bringing awareness to the top of your head, your forehead, your throat, your heart, your abdomen, your pelvis, and the base of your spine. And take a deep inhale, relaxing your belly, breathing into the ribs, into the belly. Long exhale, releasing. Another time, breath in, noticing that life energy that you're breathing in. And breath out, noticing that energy that you're giving away. And gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bringing your knees in towards your chest. And maybe rolling to one side, but we'll meet at a seated position at the top of the mat. And beginning to place your hands over your heart. Moving back to your intention. Repeating that intention to yourself for 3 breaths. And then bring your hands together at your heart center. Bow down to your intention, bow down to your heart. Thank yourself for your practice today. And remind yourself, I love myself. Closing out our slow flow by bringing the thumb knuckles to the third eye. May we see that the same light that shines in us shines in all beings. And may we not have fear for our own darkness. Namaste. Thanks for coming.